Hi, so I'm excited to share what's going on out in the garden. It is a Wednesday evening. I worked all day, came home, and there are a handful of blueberries behind me. I want to get the last of them picked. It is August 9th, and I'm still getting blueberries. So I'm going to pick the last of those today. I'm also going to show you a couple of other things really quick that I have going on that totally got me excited. So first, let's get these blueberries picked. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to have like another cup or two of them for us to eat fresh. And then I'll show you what's going on with the pumpkins, what's happening with the cucumbers. And I finally got my first of something for the season, and I'll show you that too. Hi, my name is Kari if you're new here, and this is Homestead by the Highway. As you can tell by all of the crazy traffic behind me. But we're going to walk through the garden and my garden space today. So I'm going through and grabbing all the blueberries that are ready. There are still a lot that are green, so I don't know how long blueberry season usually lasts. I feel like it's done already, but I do have quite a few out there still that I can go pick that I'm going to go harvest today while I'm editing this video. Here you can see in here that there are still all those green blueberries to be picked, and this is just one plant. This plant is probably my most prolific plant that is out there, but all the plants but two still have green berries on them. So here's where we ended up with the blueberries. There's probably a half a cup in there, but there's still a lot more on there, but I am really fighting the ants for them right now, and I will show you in a clip. These ants were not here just the other day, and we came out today and they were all over the side. They've actually gone down since we were out here, so I need to get them taken care of. So right next to where my blueberries are all of my bean plants, and this about 10 minutes ago was so covered in ants I could not even see the wood right there, and they kind of scattered when I started moving the camera around. But the ants through here, I do not know what happened all of a sudden. But I'm so excited to be sharing with you. These are the beans that I planted about 2 weeks ago, and they are doing super duper up there. The row that I planted here did nothing. So I'll have to look and see what kind those were, but the one up front and not a single seed germinated. So that's kind of a bummer. But these other ones did great. It looks like right there something may have dug a couple of them up, and I still have some more about to sprout. So that is exciting to see that we're going to have some beans. And even more exciting is this ginormous craziness here. These are pumpkin plants on the far side of the screen. Those ones there are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. And on this side, I have pie pumpkins. They are sprawling out everywhere. I am very excited. And these are really prickly, but I tried to dig through them earlier and see, it looks like right there I'm going to have a little female pumpkin, but that is the only one I have seen on the pie side. On the jack-o'-lantern side, I saw a handful of females, but I'm already getting powdery crud on my leaves, which is epically disappointing. But I do have one right there, and I saw another one somewhere else. I'm not sure where. But so these are going clear out into the yard, which is really exciting. But I'm going to get some spray and spray these leaves before this gets bad. And walking up to the crazy garden cage, these peppers that I put out in these pots are the really, really hot ones. And these ones are growing upward. So this is the first pepper that I've had where the peppers grow up. And this one here is full of them. So I guess I better find out how hot these are so I can figure out what I'm going to do with them. They just took off this week. I have not seen a single thing on these since I planted them over here. So we will get those done. I did do a video about the cucumbers and they are all ready to come out. So we're gonna call that quits. We've got a ton of cucumbers. Look at all of that still going on. But there is a point to where I'm gonna bring in more disease than what I am gonna be benefiting from what's coming in. So we're gonna get those gone. And from the inside, there's another one of my crazy shaped cucumbers. And peppers, I do have, you can see it peeking through down there. These are the mini sweet peppers, and I have that one there that's got a couple on it. That's my first one that's actually changing color. That is supposed to be the orange. This one here is the red. This one here, I think is supposed to be a green pepper. And my peppers just are coming on really, really late. It has been getting cooler at night, like down in the lower 60s. And the peppers just don't like that. So I'm gonna have some really cool peppers and hopefully I get peppers off of them. Oop, I didn't even see this earlier when I was out here. That is a banana pepper. That'll be the second one that I've gotten. And that pepper back there, something just ate it and I left it so they would just focus on that. So I left that there. These back in the corner are the red peppers, but nothing really going on. I see a little one in that back corner growing on there, but nothing exciting happening. Ants are a pickle this year. I have ants everywhere in droves. This right in front of you is my volunteer marigold that grew from last year, and it is massive, massive. On this side, I have 4 of the poblano peppers, and I had 2 little ones that fell off all on their own. And now I'm getting some flowers, so I hope it stays warm enough, long enough for them to actually get some peppers. Down below are the carrots we planted about a month ago. I did a row and then I did a couple more rows later. And I'm gonna see if I can move. This guy here is just, this tomato plant is just monstrous. I might just have to cut this arm off. But there are all the carrots. I've got the 3 varieties under there. This monstrous beast is my beefsteak tomato. I've never grown beefsteak tomatoes before. They are massive. I know that they're big slicing tomatoes, so I do know that. That's not a surprise. The one back here that I wanted to show you, I've got them going clear up. I have a couple of monsters back here, and they have something going on with them. And I may have just broke that leaf off. This one here is the size of my whole hand. This one here is the size of my whole hand. And this one, I'm gonna try to get you. This one back here, right there, is 2 of my hands. And all of this is not bad. It is not, I won't eat it, but it doesn't mean that it's rotten. But you can see, like, I could not even get my hand on this whole thing. It goes clear to the back. This is from a couple of different things. And it is called cat facing, and two things will cause that. One is when you get multiple blooms. So if you get several flowers that are coming out of the same, let me see if I can, coming out of the same little thing here, then it will cause that cat facing, as well as, see, and I think that's what happened here. I have two blooms, separate blooms, so this one's going to do it as well. As well as they say that the temperatures at night when they drop causes that to do that. So that is one of the two things. I'm guessing a double or triple bloom and added the temperature drops at night to that. And this one here has a worm on him. I'm like, what is eating that? That is my first worm on a tomato. Oh, I can't get him to focus. There he is. So we will get him taken care of in just a minute. From that one next to it, I have this beefsteak. These are beefsteaks back here as well. And they are getting decent sized tomatoes. About the size of my hand. That one's the whole size of my hand. So there's several on there. These are slightly sad and looks like they need some food. These are the early girls, which were not early, but they are a really pretty tomato. I just think that is so pretty. Over there as well. Along the front, as always, are my marigolds. This little tomato here, I broke something off of one of them and I just shoved it in the dirt, and he's just playing along. Lots of tomatoes there. Down at this end are the Romas, and they're doing mediocre, but I do have, this one actually, these right here, these shorter, darker ones, this one here and that one there, are those patio paste tomatoes. So that's what those are, hidden in there. But if you peek back here, I've got my first red tomato of the year on August 9th. There it is, tomato number one. There's some more Romas. This one up here, interestingly enough, right there, that is a volunteer tomato. It just was growing when I planted stuff out here, so I let it grow. So it kind of looks like the coloring is like the early girls, but I don't think I've ever planted early girls. But it's going to be a beautiful tomato that I didn't plan on. All right, friends, so that's what's going on in the garden. I'm so excited. Excited to have my first tomato, and wrapping up blueberry season. I think the ants are going to take over the last of those, but I'm going to try to get the ants addressed so they don't affect the beans in the bed next to it, and get the cucumbers ripped out. Tomatoes, hopefully over the next couple of weeks, will start coming in. If the weather doesn't start staying warm consistently, I am going to start draping them at night, and just with a sheet, nothing fancy. I'm not worried about frost, but just so that they can hold some of their heat, and doing that with those. And I might rig up something for the peppers so that they can stay warmer. Our days have been in like the 80s, but the night's getting down into the 60. When we wake up in the morning, it's been 58, 59 a couple of mornings, but 61, 62, they're not liking that at all. So we will get them covered at nights to help them out.
Thank you so much for joining me and coming and checking out what I've got going on. The beans are coming up, the pumpkins are coming in, and the tomatoes have started. Thanks, friends. Have a great day. If you saw something you liked, hit the like down below, or just like it because you enjoyed watching the video. And we will talk to you soon. And hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you follow the channel. We do cooking and canning, and we have the garden, and I am in Southwest Michigan, so our season is short, and so I try to pack in as much as I can. Thanks, friends. Have a great day.